Welcome everybody to day 24 of 24-Hour Yogapalooza 2021. We're so excited that you're here with us, that you've been along the journey of 24 days of yoga. Thank you so much to our people that are watching, our people that are participating, our teachers. Thanks to everybody who has made this just a spectacular event. The numbers have been amazing. The sharing has been amazing. Thank you.
We really are doing something special this year. And to finish the 24 days, we have Bronwyn Julie Lefebvre, who will be guiding you through a gentle hatha practice. Julie and Bronwyn have a strong connection with Chio, which led to Julie becoming a yoga teacher and then eventually inspiring her daughter to become a yoga teacher as well. I have goosebumps, I can hardly wait.
And remember, the reason we're all here, the reason we've been doing yoga is because kids can't fight cancer alone.
Namaste. My name's Bronwyn.
And my name is Julie.
And welcome to our Simple Yoga Heart Opening Hatha class. As a lupus survivor, Chio played a big role in my recovery, and we are deeply grateful for the care that our family received. It is a privilege to give back to this beautiful cause, and we thank you for joining us today.
So we're going to begin this class lying down in resting pose. Your hands facing upward, maybe thumb and index finger to touch, Jhana Mudra. You're feeling any tension in your lower back, you can bring the soles of your feet together and create a diamond shape with your legs. You can also keep the knees bent with feet on the ground. Just relax the eyes, relax your jaw. And as you breathe in, inhale a little bit more breath. And when you exhale, take a little bit more breath out. Giving yourself this time to stay in the present instead of what's happening after or before class. And carefully start to awaken consciousness now and wiggle fingers and wiggle toes. Getting that movement towards hands and feet, arms and legs. Taking your arms and reaching them to the back of the room. And extend the legs, squeeze your toes into the soles. And release. Draw your knees to chest, squeeze them in nice and tight with your arms. And rock slowly from side to side. Feel your joy. And either roll yourself twice to the right or rock yourself all the way up to seated position. Your hands in Jhana Mudra, thumb and index finger to touch. Let the hands or the palms face up to the sky. And just close your eyes and lift your chest from the tummy. Smoothing the skin up your forehead. The eyebrows are soft. And guide your chin down slowly towards your heart, releasing our tension. Inhale your chin to the sky. Bring your head back to center. The right ear to the right shoulder. And the left ear over to the left shoulder. And bring your head back to center and take your hands and bring them together into Anjali Mudra, like you're holding something fragile. We're going to begin this class with a nice loud happy Om, or just listen to vibrations that are made. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Opening up your eyes, slowly extend the legs, and just carefully draw some movement to your legs, your feet. Nice and slow, take your time. We're going to bring ourselves into a tabletop position. Everything that you need, having it out of the way. Everything that you don't need, having it out to the side. So coming into that tabletop position, you want to have pointing fingers to face 12 o'clock. And then take your fingertips and draw them to the center of the palm like you're clawing your mat. Arms stay straight. Then curl your toes and press your hips up into mountain, also known as downward facing dog. Movements can be made or just stay in the stillness of the pose. And on the next breath, looking forward, bend the knees, take your feet towards your hands, big toes come together. Push your fingertips against the mat as you look up halfway, or against the legs. Exhale, forehead below the knees. Activate the thighs, raise your arms above your head, gaze towards the palms. And exhale, bring your hands down to Namaskar. So feet are nice and tight. Let's release our hands to the outside of our thighs and find what we call Pandasen, staff pose. Push your big toes into your mat. Pull the little toes off your mat and squeeze. And release. Take the little toes, push them down. Pull the big toes up. Lift the arches of your feet as you squeeze. And release. Take all of your toes off your mat. Happy toes. Make them as happy as you can. And draw them back into the earth. Ground yourself into the floor and close your eyes and let your body start to sway forwards, backwards, and side to side until you find your balance. Once you've found your balance, flutter your eyes open, shift your body weight over the heels, taking your gaze forward and bringing your hands back to Namaskar as the wrists press nice and tight together and fingers wide apart. Most important part of practice, breath. Let's inhale through the nose and exhale out through the nose. You can take this pace to a 4 to 6 counts pace on the inhale, 4 to 6 counts pace on the exhale. Or take this to the breath of Ujjayi and inhale through your nose and create a whispering ha sound with your mouth closed. The sound of the ocean swirling around the back of your throat. From here, let us connect with breath and movement to greet the beginning of your practice and draw away any negative energy. Beginning inhale, arms up into the sky. Open up through the arms, dive, forward fold, hands to legs to floor. Inhale, look up halfway, flat back. Hands to your mat, walk or jump your feet to plank. Drop your knees to modify, hug your elbows as you lower to chaturanga. Inhale to either baby cobra or an upward facing dog. And curl the toes and hips up, downward facing dog. Feet are 6 inches away from each other, tailbone lifting nice and high, let the head go. On the next breath, looking forward, bend the knees, walk, hop, or jump your feet towards your mat. Push your fingertips against the legs or the mat as you look up. Exhale, forehead below knees. Activate the thighs, arms to the sky, gaze towards palms. And exhale, bring your hands down, Namaskar. Big smile on your face, promoting positive energy. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up, gaze to the horizon. Hands to your mat, walk or jump your feet to plank. Exhale, lower, hug your elbows to your sides. Inhale, squeeze your shoulders, upward facing dog. And curl the toes and hips up, downward facing dog. Body weight out of your wrist, still clawing your mat. Child's pose if this is too much for you today. And the next breath, looking forward, bend the knees, take your feet towards your hands. Look up and gaze to the horizon, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Activate thighs, arms to the skies. Exhale, hands back down, namaskar. Another round, inhale, arms up. Exhale, open, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Hands to your mat, walk or jump your feet to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog. And curl the toes, hips back, downward facing dog. Soft knees if you're experiencing issues with the lower back today. On the next breath, looking forward, bend the knees, walk, hop, or jump, big toes touch. Look up, gaze to the horizon. Exhale, forehead below knees. Activate the thighs, arms to the skies. Exhale, bring your hands down, namaskar. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, take the foot on the left and bring it as far back as you can. That shoulder on the right is over your right knee. Gazing at the toe of the right side. You can push your hips down and at the same time press the left knee up. To modify this, hands are going to be on the thigh. Or you can use blocks if you need to. Now on the next breath, I want you to slowly take your hands onto your hips and make your way up by bending your knee on the left side forward and opening up through the chest so hands can stay on your hips. If you'd like to go further, raise your arms all the way up or maybe move them all the way to the back of the room. On the next breath, take your hands and bring them back to namaskar, pressing your elbows out to the side and take your elbow on the left over the thigh of the right side. And you can look over the shoulder of the right and straightening that leg on the left side. If you wish to go further, you can drop your hand on the left to the outside of the right foot and raise your right arm up into the air. Or bring that right arm behind your back and tuck it into the hip of the left. Exhale, both hands down to the floor. Ground your foot on the left side, still bending that front leg. And then inhale, raise your arms up. And start to straighten the front leg and pull your hands to the back of the room. Left hip is working forward, right hip is working back. And the next breath. Exhale, your hand on the right forward, left arm comes back and turn your ankle on the right so ankles are out, toes are facing inward. Inhale, raise your arms up and exhale, bring your hands behind your back and either hold on to a belt, a sock, you can hold on to your wrists or take hold of your elbows and create a box. If you can go into Anjali Mudra, push your 2 middle fingers into the center of your back towards your neck. Then inhale, look up. And on the exhale, hinge, forward fold, guiding the head down towards the ground and pulling your elbows out to the side. Inhale, slowly making your way up. Take your time. Turn the foot on the right side out. And take a big step forward to the front of your mat. And hands coming back to Namaskar. And close your eyes and rest in yourself. On the next breath, bend the knees nice and low. Reach back with your hands and interlace the hands and pull your wrists away from each other. You can use a belt if you want. We're going to take the hands over to the heel of the left side and look over the shoulder of the right. Pushing the hip on the left back, right hip forward. Soft smile on your face. Come back to center, hands working over to the heel of the right side and bring the hip on the left forward. Inhale, straighten the body, arms up into the sky. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Now exhale the foot on the right as far back as you can. Shoulder on the left over your left knee. Gaze at the toe of the left side. Pushing your hips forward and pressing the knee on the right up. And the next breath, hands back on hips, making your way up, bending that front leg and bending the back leg forward. Push your elbows back. If you wish to go further, reach your arms up or maybe gaze towards the back of the room. Exhale, bring your hands down to Namaskar and take your elbow on the right over the thigh of the left. Look over the shoulder now of the left side. If you wish to modify or challenge yourself, I invite you to take your hand on the right to the outside of the left foot and raise your left arm up into the air. Or bring that left arm all the way around and tuck it into the hip of the right. Right knee is straight. Exhale, both hands down to the ground. Press your back heel into the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. Straighten your front leg, arms to the back of the room. In the next breath, arm on the left comes forward and right arm comes back. Turn the ankle now on the left, so ankles are out, toes are facing inward. Inhale, create a shape like a Y. And exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Once again, interlace your fingers, pull them down to the heels of your feet and lift your chin. And the next breath, hinge, forward fold, and taking your hands away to the lower back and let the head be heavy. You can create happy toes here if you wish. On the next breath, inhale, make your way up slowly, take your time. Take your hands back to Namaskar, turn the foot on the left, and take a big step forward to the front of your mats. And close your eyes and come back to Pandasen, staff pose. Fine-tune your breathing. Rest in yourself. Inhale, arms up into the air. Open up through the arms, dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Hands to your mat, walk or jump your feet to plank. If you have an option here, you can go straight to downward facing dog or chaturanga. Chaturanga, inhale to upward facing dog and come back to downward facing dog. On the next breath, looking forward, bend the knees, walk, hop, or jump, big toes touch. Look up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up into the sky, gaze towards palms. And exhale, bring your hands down, Namaskar. So we're going to take our hands once again, reach them to the back of the room. If you like, you can interlace them and pull them off of the lower back. So find a focal point, hone in on it, and take your left toe and bring it to the back of the room. If you wish to go further, slowly push into the foot of the right side and let the foot on the left lift. If you wish to go further, lower your shoulders as you pull your hands up towards the sky. Inhale, feet come back together. And release your hands, come back to Namaskar. Deep, rich breath, tongue inside your mouth. Don't be too hard on yourself if your balance is off. There's no perfection or judgment. Try to always leave your ego outside of your life. Inhale, arms back. If you like, interlace and pull them to the back of the room. Right foot comes back. Invite those happy right toes to lift. Inhale, feet come back together. Raise your arms up into the sky. And exhale, open and dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Hands to your mat. Walk or jump your feet to plank. Downward facing dog or chaturanga. Chaturanga, inhale to upward. And meet back in downward facing dog. Let's now lower the knees for tabletop position as we prepare for a cat and cow pose. On the inhale, arching the back, lifting the chin. And then on the exhale, rounding the spine, tucking chin in towards the chest. Inhale to expand and lengthen. Exhale, round and coil. Now close your eyes and let your own breath guide this flow for a few more rounds at your own pace. Let's now find a neutral position with the back. Walk your legs back and lower down on top of your belly.
Your arms are resting right beside the hips. Lots of options here. So the first is just to lift the chin slightly, pressing the palms of your hands into the mat. Going a bit further, big toes touch, squeeze the glutes, and maybe lift your toes and your chest. If you can interlace your fingers behind your back, you can also do that if that feels comfortable. Keep focusing on your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, release, stacking the hands one on top of the other and pressing your forehead into this cushion that you've created. Let's now crawl the palms back underneath the shoulders, meeting back in tabletop position. From tabletop, open the knees nice and wide apart, big toes touch, and sit back into the heels of your feet, wide-legged child's pose. Option to stack the hands just like before, or walking the arms forward. Crawling the palms back underneath of the shoulders, straightening the arms. And either crossing over the ankles and rolling over the feet, or dropping one of your hips to one side to swing the legs around. So a couple of more options for this next pose. So first we'll place the hands right behind the back. Fingertips are facing forward. And then begin to point your toes, lifting through the chest, dipping your head back. And if you'd like to go a little bit further, we'll bend into the knees. Feet are parallel towards the mat. And then squeeze the glutes and lift the hips up as high as you can. If it's comfortable, dip the head back. And keep focusing on lifting through the hips. Inhale, exhale with control, slowly lowering the hips back down and extend your legs forward. Inhale, raise the arms, and on the exhale, interlacing your fingers behind your back and pulling the fingertips away from the back. If it's more comfortable for you to bend the elbows and hold on to opposite elbow with opposite hand, that works too. Inhale. And then exhale, resting the belly on top of the thigh, folding forward as much as you can. And breathe. Relax the neck. Inhale, raise the arms up into the skies. And then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back for a twist. You can also place your right hand on the low back. Pulling in two directions. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, raise the arms. And then exhale, release. Let's hug the knees into the chest and then make our way into the mat. And as your back finds the mat, rocking from side to side, nice massage. And finding stillness, plant the soles of your feet in towards the ground. The palms of your hands are planted right beside the hips and feet are parallel towards the mat. And tuck the chin in slightly. And on the inhale, we'll lift the hips, squeezing through the glutes, and at the same time, raise your arms over your head. And then exhale as you lower the hips, lower the palms. Follow your breath. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, lifting through the hips. You can raise your arms, resting the backs of your hands over your head, or just release the palms beside the hips. Keep squeezing through your glutes to lift the hips. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower hips, lower arms back and towards the ground. And now palms face the sky, knees are bent, close the eyes, and breathe into these sensations. Let's now open the arms into a T shape. And if you don't have a lot of room, you can goal post your arms, so cactiing them. And now bending through the knees or straight legs if you have space. And then allow your legs to fall over towards the left side. And then gaze over your right shoulder. You're practicing with someone you love. Maybe they can help assist you. And coming back to center with your legs. Now allow the legs to drop over to the right and gaze over your left shoulder. And coming back to center with the legs. And give yourself one last final big hug and peel the shoulders off of the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through mouth. One more time. Inhale, fill up belly, fill up lungs. Exhale, open into Shavasana. Extending your legs. Arms are resting by your sides. And coming back to where we started. Bones are heavy, sinking body deeper and deeper into the earth. Breath is soft, letting go of Ujjayi. And let this prana, this breath, flow throughout your body like a wave in the ocean, rising from tips of toes to crown of head, and melting from crown of head back down to toes. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 8. And take another deep breath in, filling up belly, filling up lungs, and hold. Feel the ribs rise. Exhale through the mouth. Relax, relax, relax. And slowly begin to take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inviting the consciousness back in towards your body. And wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips, move your legs, arms, neck from side to side. Nice and slow with these movements. And raising the arms over the head, spreading the fingers, pointing through the toes. Lengthen. Invite the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug and rock from side to side. And with helping hands, we'll make our way into a comfortable seated position. And joining the palms to Namaskar. Closing the eyes. Connecting with your heartbeat. We'll end this practice by chanting one Om and 3 Shanti. Shanti for peace. Inhale to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace be with you and I. We are one. Namaste to you and to your families.
Thank you to Chio for all you do for children and families, the staff, to Steve and Randy. Thank you so much for organizing this year.
And if you really enjoyed this practice, you can find us at simpleyoga.ca for more class opportunities. We teach yoga outside all year round.
Thanks for connecting with us.